in reproductive medicine, we are looking for the evidence. We have two types of PRP. The first one is intra-ovarian, and the second one is intrauterine. Let us start with the intra-ovarian. Just an introduction about the procedure of the intra-ovarian PRP. We have two approaches. The first, the timing of the PRP should be at the end of the period, and as I mentioned, we have two approaches. The first one is transvaginal, and the second one is through laparoscopy. There is a need for minimal sedation, and under direct transvaginal guidance using the oocyte pickup needle, we are injecting slowly and steadily to ensure the uniform distribution of the PRP in all layers. The needle is gently retracted while injecting, and it is recommended to have 3 punctures and per ovary, and it should be intramedullary as a diffusion in the subcortical layer. The amount injected is variable, varying from 2 ml up to 5 ml in each ovary. And after the procedure, the patient should have supine position for 15 minutes and rest for 1 hour, and we can repeat the procedure every month for 2 to 3 months. And this is an example of the transvaginal injection of the PRP. And the second approach is through laparoscopy. The needle was advanced, as we see into the right ovary, and the amount injected is 5 milliliter in each ovary into the ovarian stroma, and to the other ovary to inject 5 ml. May one ask what's the mechanism? Let us go to our traditional teaching. Our traditional teaching, the oocyte stores are limited and non-renewable, and there is no evidence of new oogenesis. This is a fact. But the authors suppose or suggesting there is a benefit. We have 2 theories. The first theory, there is existence of adult ovarian germline stem cell, but this is not sure. The other theory, there is no adult ovarian germline stem cells, but the somatic cells can be changed to stem cells under a specific condition. All are theories. Let us go to, after this introduction, our objective was to review the evidence, the best evidence according to the pyramid evidence, the randomized controlled studies, the systematic reviews and meta-analysis, and the evidence-based clinical guidelines. It is a literature search of the English articles related to the use of PRP in reproductive medicine from 2000 till the end of August 2023. And these were our keywords: randomized controlled studies, systematic reviews and meta-analysis, guidelines, PRP, EXI, endometrial ovary. And this is the pyramid evidence, as we see here. At the top of the pyramid, the randomized controlled trial, the meta-analysis and systematic reviews, and the clinical practice guideline. First, for the randomized controlled trial for the use of intra-ovarian PRP, till 2 months there was no randomized controlled studies. But in the last issue in Copenhagen, there was 1 randomized controlled study presented. It is a multicentric randomized controlled study of the intraovarian injection of PRP for women with poor ovarian response. 83 patients. The age was less than or below 38 years, and the history of 2 or more prior cycles with less than 3 oocyte retrieve, and the conclusion of this only randomized controlled study, intraovarian PRP injection didn't result in increased number of oocyte retrieve or improvement of any other relevant measured outcome. What's about the systematic review and the meta-analysis? There were no systematic reviews or meta-analysis addressing randomized controlled studies. All were non-randomized controlled studies, all were non-randomized. And the outcome was not the clinical pregnancy rate or the right birth rate. It was the AMH, the FSH, and so on. So we cannot rely on this systematic reviews. What's about the evidence-based guidelines? According to the issued guidelines in 2023, intraovarian PRP is not recommended outside strict research. So we can come to the conclusion, according to the available evidence, intraovarian PRP, no increase in the number of oocyte retrieve and no improvement of the IVF outcome in women with poor ovarian response. The second type of PRP is the intrauterine PRP, and we'll do the same. We'll start with the procedure, and we have 2 approaches. The first is the intrauterine, using the intrauterine catheter, and the amount is ranging from 0.5 to 1 ml, and 2 or 3 times in the same cycle, and the timing, there is no standardization. Some are starting from the 10th day of the cycle, and some starting from the 13th day of the cycle, and it can be repeated after 48 hours or 72 hours, and the embryo transfer is done, also there is no standardization, 24 hours or 72 hours after the final infusion. The second approach is hysteroscopy, and they are injecting the PRP into the subendometrial region, and the main one asks why in the subendometrial region, because it's consistent with the junction zone, and as we know, the junction zone is responsible for regeneration of the endometrium, using the oocyte retrieving needle through the hysteroscopic operating channel, and according to this study, the PRP injection significantly improves the